On the last episode of the Shackle 41 and the Million
PushGapRadio.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. You just heard comedian some more. Okay, we getting ready to get into the tete-a-tete with Will Smith and Chris Rock on the Oscars. And like some more said, they want us to quit saying nigga. But if we quit saying nigga, how will we explain nigga shit? That's what occurred on the other night, Sunday night at the Oscars, during the biggest moment in white folk culture. You see that comedy, nothing is sacred and everything is fair game. Comedians joke about what's going on in the culture in the present moment. Okay? That's what comedy is. Now, Jada Pinkett Smith, who has alopecia, shaved her hair last year. She has shared updates about her experience with the condition. It causes her hair loss. Did Chris Rock know that? When I got in from work, Jackie O explained to me that she had been talking about it and that it was well known. Hell, I didn't know about it. Never knew you had alopecia. I just thought you cut your hair like Tiffany Haddish because she was in love with Common. Okay? But I thought you had just cut your hair. Looks good on Jada, the short dude, because Jada has a little peanut. You know, she ain't a big head chick. But the attack at the Oscars sent shockwaves across social media, with many of the 52 million viewers speculating that it must have been staged or scripted. Number of reporters and attendees said they believed it to be real. The LA Police Department said later it was aware of the incident, but Chris Rock declined to file a police report. Now, I don't know if you know, Will Smith made ABC incur a lot of fines from the FCC with the profanity. You know them white folk gonna step on you about that. They're not about to have that. It overshadowed the night for Will Packard. Will Packard is a brother who produced the show. First time in history for a black man to produce the Oscars. But all you'll remember is Will Smith and his first Oscar win, pimp slapping Chris Rock. Now, Chris Rock didn't go the legal route. Nor did he make an ass of himself by standing there and having a brawl with Will Smith on stage. Me, I'm suing your ass. I'm suing. See, what a lot of you don't know is that's how white people provoke you. Come on, hit me, dude. Hit me, dude. Swing, nigger. White folk ain't finna fight you. They finna take your ass through the court system. Now, they're saying that with Chris Rock, he's probably going to use it on a bigger platform to make money from it. Understandable. But I'm suing your ass. All you got to do in court is roll tape, so it'll probably be settled out of court. Now, they say security should have escorted Will's ass out of the building, as they would have done a lesser celebrity. Again, was Chris Rock even aware that Jada Pinkett had alopecia? You know? These people want us to act like that. They think black men, and particularly American black men, are too aggressive anyway. It was a step back for us as black people, particularly as black men. Now, to me, Will's upset because of the emasculating events that have taken place over the last few months throughout 2021 about the entanglement that she had with, what's his name? August Alsina? Come, he didn't fight August. He took on someone that he thought was weaker, someone smaller than himself, another black man, the path of least resistance. Will Smith been clowned by Jada on her Red Table podcast and whatnot about the entanglement with her son's friend. How come he didn't take out his rage on his woman? She the one clowning you. How come you ain't check your gal, bruh? You just attack someone you believe to be weaker. You're frustrated because you're in a bad marriage. That's what I believe. No strength of character. I would have defended my wife, Jackie O, but I would have done it differently. That was not the place for that. How come you didn't go slap the dude who had his Joe Louis down your wife's throat? Had his fang in her booty? How come you didn't go after him? How come you didn't go after any white people who have been all over social media clowning you? No strength of character. Will Smith should have remained calm and dealt with Chris Rock after the show. Maybe slapped him at the after party. But not here on a platform where forever and a day, this is going to be ran over and over and over again. Will Smith not only embarrassed himself, he made all black men look bad as a collective, man. And a lot of you Negroes don't see that. Because your base animalistic instinct kicks in. You don't know how to deal with conflict through your speech, through language. You know, like civilized people. First thing niggas want to do, Chris Rock said it best, I love black people, but I hate niggas. Because niggas not a color, baby. Niggas just an attitude. You have to act a nigga. And that's what Will Smith did on Sunday night. First thing you want to do is throw them hands. Made all black men look bad. And I promise you, a lot of you don't see that. Oh, I'd have done the same thing. I'd have went up there and slapped him too. That shows lack of intelligence, lack of self-control, lack of discipline. Then people want to see us like that. Two rich black men. So if two rich black men, affluent black men, jump up and do that, then what do you think they think about us, the regular schmo with a blue-collar job? They already think we aggressive individuals anyway, which we are. But there was no man in your household who taught you how to conduct yourself. Just sends the wrong message to the world regarding black men. You can't think critically. You basically, Will Smith, to me, was reacting emotionally like a woman. Women are emotional. Men are supposed to be logical. Okay. Why didn't Will Smith wait until he got up to do his acceptance speech and then explain in his speech about the problem that his wife had? Jada disrespects Will, which to other people, it gives them permission to disrespect him as well. Also, Chris Rock didn't even write the jokes. The white guys wrote the jokes. Then he apologized, but he didn't say he was sorry to Chris Rock. He attacked Chris Rock because he was bigger than Chris Rock. You saw when he got on stage how much bigger he was than Chris. You went after a weaker person. Now, Will Smith is worth about $350 million. Chris Rock is worth about $60. Had that been Pookie or Ray Ray's ass went up there and slapped somebody, they'd already been handcuffed and down to the po-po station. But, you know, Hollywood don't care about black-on-black crime, as they call it. Crime is predicated on proximity. You rob and kill where you live. You think black people in South Dallas, where the blacks live, you think they're going to go north to McKinney, Frisco, Plano, Texas, and rob white people up there? No. You're going to do your crimes where you live. If Jerry Seinfeld would have been up there and made that joke. You think Will Smith would have went up there and slapped that white boy? Do you really think that? You know, Kanye West's downfall came when he interrupted Taylor Swift. There's a time and place to do everything. Will Smith got his point across, but at what cost? I don't know. Maybe you should have used some of that energy on the kid who was boning your wife down under your nose. Use some of that energy to discipline your out-of-control kids. Jada humiliates the man constantly. Now he wants to play Captain Save a Hoe. I'm not calling Jada a hoe. I don't get it. Chris Rock took it like a champ. A lot of you feel that was the thing to do. To walk up on stage in front of 52 million people and attack another black man. That's the problem in our community today. We lash out at those that are around us, not those that cause the problem to us. White person, you lost your job, your car, your house, whatever. You go find someone in your community that appears or you believe to be weaker than you, and you attack them. Now, what they're saying was when he smacked Chris Rock, that he was smacking everyone who's been attacking him through social media. The joke wasn't even that bad to me. As soon as he made the joke, I understood it. Demi Moore played G.I. Jane, and she shaved off all her hair. Again, did Chris Rock know that Jada Pinkett had alopecia? He made what was the show that Chris made about the hair thing? Because his daughter had asked him about her hair, and he went out and made a movie about it. Good Hair was the name of it. Back in 2009. The joke wasn't that bad. G.I. Jane was Demi Moore as an army recruit. Probably done Jada a favor. If they want to shoot a new G.I. Jane movie part 2, hell, whoever's shooting it might give Jada the part. But I believe Jada Pinkett has an ego problem anyway. You know, it's not a good trait, but, you know, some say she's insecure and has no control over the fact that she's bald, and that doesn't really mean much. A lot of people are insecure about things they can't change, me included. You have some insecurity within your relationships. He got offended about a simple joke. He didn't say nothing about the fact that dude was all up in your girl, mashing her out, pushing her guts in. Why didn't you go slap the crap out of him? He didn't call her ugly or anything. Just made a joke about her hair. Now, Dr. Gary Garrett said, imagine if, instead of slapping Chris Rock, Will Smith sat silently, then during his acceptance speech, he says, my wife has an autoimmune disease that made her lose her hair. She's beautiful, strong, wonderful, and I love her. Punching Chris Rock down isn't funny or okay. Someone else said, for the rest of his career, Will Smith's Oscar win will be associated with this moment. Why wasn't he escorted out by security? And said that's a reminder of two Americas, that if you're rich and famous, the rules are different. But the fact that he went and sat back down in his seat proves that Will Smith knows that. Why didn't security escort Will's ass up out of there? Matt Walsh said Will Smith will not tolerate other men making jokes about his wife. He will, however, tolerate other men having sex with his wife. This is a man of principle. It's sad. Like I said, Chris Rock made a show Good Hair in 2009. Said that his 3-year-old daughter was his inspiration for the movie when she questioned him about her hair. Did Chris Rock know that Jada Pinkett Smith had alopecia? Jackie told me that it was commonly known. Nigga, I didn't know it. They say that Chris Rock understands how deep the hair issue goes with black women and their psyche. Now, what if that had been Jerry Seinfeld or Ricky Gervais up there on stage or any other white comedian? Would Will Smith have went up there and slapped them? You know, the white boys. What if Snoop Dogg would have said it? Would you have slapped him? Corey Holcomb, T.C. Carter? Ice-T, Dr. Dre, Dave Chappelle, D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey. Would Will Smith have walked on stage and slapped either one of them? Chris Rock's a little guy. Small. What is Will Smith, like 6'1" or something? I don't know. Do you remember the guy who tried to kiss Will Smith on the red carpet some years ago? Will just tapped him on the jaw. Hey, what are you, tripping? So that's sexual harassment. This guy tries to kiss you, and you just kind of push him back. Chris Rock, a black guy, because the other guy was from Germany or Europe or some such. But another brother, you walk up here and slap him. Just made all black men look bad. You made black people look bad. I just don't get it. Now, you know there are a lot of jokes. You know there are a lot of jokes going around about it. Real Raw said, Jada ain't got no damn disease. By that, I mean she makes a public display of all of her business, but people aren't supposed to talk about her. You know they talk about the people in the front row at the Oscars. Jokes are designed for them. This wasn't the Source Awards. This wasn't the BET Awards. You expect that at those venues. It's the Oscars, the greatest night in American white people's history. Remember Oscars So White? I remember back then, hell, Jada Pinkett Smith was protesting the Oscars. Now you're sitting front row. I think Will did not get nominated for an award that year. She was bent out of shape. But Real Raw says Jada ain't got no damn disease. By that, I mean she makes a public display of all of her business, but people aren't supposed to talk about her, right? She lost her hair, and actually, she still looks attractive with a short haircut. And it's not like she lost her hair from cancer treatment. Will Smith should have smacked the fire out of the kid that was piping Jada down with the entanglement. And that he behaved like a clown and took a proverbial crap on stage. Say his publicist is going to have to do a lot of work a lot of overtime work to control the damage that he's done to his career. Sad. If it was a white boy, would Will Smith have went up there and slapped him? If it was Suge Knight, Mike Tyson, Will have skipped his ass up on stage and slapped him? I don't think so. You struck out as someone you perceive to be weaker than you because the frustration had built up. You're in a bad marriage, dude. Maybe you love Jada. I don't know. Maybe you love the abuse. I don't know. My wife couldn't do me like that. You'd have brought me on the Red Table podcast. I'd have been clowning your ass on your own show. I believe they're going to settle out of court. You can't go to court with a global video in front of a jury. So here's some people that made a few jokes. Your joke about incite Will Smith to slap me and get paid. Said, don't be thin-skinned. Number one, so you going to slap me for having your wife's name in my mouth and not slap the man who had her actual body parts in his mouth. Another white guy said, I'll keep her name out of my mouth if you keep her from entangling other men in her mouth. Now, this one young lady made a statement, which I think was very good. Go Bears. She said, I wish Jada would have reached out and grabbed Will's arm before he went up on that stage to protect him as well. She never protects him. She could have used her power as his wife to calm him down before things got to this point. Not because she wouldn't have wanted to be defended and protected by her man, as all women do, but because her role as his wife is to protect the heart of the man as well. Will Smith got up there and acted a nigga. Marriage is a two-way street, or should be. She's been taunting this man for some time through her own actions, entanglements, etc. The humiliation, the embarrassment, the shame, the guilt, the disdain and disappointment in himself that he will now yet again have to endure at her expense. May prove to be a detrimental breaking point for an already mentally and emotionally vulnerable man. And that was extremely evident tonight. I'm worried about him and the after effect of it all. It's sad. It's sad. Them people love seeing us act like that. You could have waited for the after party. You could have caught him backstage somewhere. And, hey, dude, you know, I'm not on board with the joke you made about my gal, bruh. And for those of you who think that that was the right thing to do, you're a freaking idiot. You're the lowest common denominator. Every problem that arises in your life, you want to fight. That's not what smart, intelligent people do. But you don't care. You were raised in the hood. That's how you came up. Everybody fought. With black people, everything's a fight. Everything's aggression. And there are times when I see people talking when I come to work, I keep right on moving. The aggression. You talking to people about the simplest thing, a birthday cake, and the aggression is like they want to fight and they just agitated and they just pumped up and we talking about a birthday cake. It's taxing. It's tiring. Again, we overlooked the fact that Will Packard produced the Oscars. Trying to look up what it is. Will Packard is done. Okay. Think Like a Man. He produced that. Girl Trip. Will Packard produced that. The Ride Along with Kevin Hart. I think Will Smith would have went up there and smacked Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart's a small guy as well. I don't know if Kevin Hart would have swung back. Stomp the Yard. 3 can play that game. Takers. Again, Think Like a Man. No Good Deed. The Wedding Ringer. That was with Kevin Hart as well. Night School. Another Kevin Hart deal. These are things that Will Packard has produced. So we don't get to celebrate the fact that the great producer, black man, Will Packard, first time ever produced the Oscars. Something else we missed. Samuel L. Jackson received an honorary Oscar from the Academy of Motion Pictures and Arts and Sciences for his decades-long career. Presented to him by Denzel Washington. They go way back. And it's sad. And for those of you who think that that was the right thing to do, like Samora just said in the opening part of the show, if I can't say nigga, How do I explain nigga shit?
Tune in every week on Friday at 10 a.m. for the Shackle for One and the main event. Only on the new PushGapRadio.com.